invited to stand for the pledge. Let's start with the approval of the agenda. Can I have a motion to approve the agenda as it is, please?
Move to approve the agenda as submitted.
Second. Thank you. Any questions or comments? All those in favor of approving the agenda as written, signify by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed? I'd like to approve the minutes from the previous meeting. Can I have a motion to approve those minutes, please?
Madam Vice President, I would like to move that we approve the minutes of the meeting as submitted. Can I have a second?
Madam Vice President.
I'm never going to be out here, y'all keep saying it. Any questions or discussion?
I will be abstaining. I would hear
Okay. All those in favor of approving the minutes from the previous meeting, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed?
Abstaining.
Dr. Clayton is abstaining. We have no public comments on agenda items, so we will go to our consent agenda. Can I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
I move, Madam President, I move to approve the consent agenda as submitted.
Second.
Okay. Any discussion or comments on any items in the consent agenda? All right, all those in favor of approving the consent agenda, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? All right, we have, next we have.
Board, as you know, on the consent agenda, there's personnel changes. I want to introduce a few people that are here with us that are going into some different roles. First one I want to introduce is Adrian Bach, who will now be the principal of Charlestown Middle School. Yes, you have to stand up and say a word. Put you on the spot. Next up, we have Ginger Whitus, who is with us, who will now be the principal of New Washington Middle High School. And also Brooke Lannon, who will be the director of special education. And as you know, as part of the switch, Carla Hobson, who's not with us now, she will be moving to Jeff High to be an assistant principal. And we look forward to her being in that role there at Jeffersonville High School. A couple other people are here with us that are moving into new roles. Amy Gilbert will be moving from Parkview Middle School to Charlestown Middle School. And JT Cox, where you at, JT? Will be moving to Charlestown High School from River Valley. And there's one more I know, Patricia Armenta will be moving to River Valley as the assistant principal there. Thank you for coming tonight, and really look forward to working with you this coming year. So, do any of you want to say a few words? No? All right. Thank you. Thanks for coming. And congratulations.
Okay, next we have gifts to buildings. John Buckwalter.
Okay. Gifts to buildings. Well, it's tough. PTO 1650. We just appreciate it very much. You can see. Now is that the lounge? That's nice. That's nice. 1650. We had a great gifts to buildings last month. We appreciate you very much for doing that. And Madam Vice President, I move that we accept this gift to buildings.
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion? All those in favor of accepting the gifts to buildings, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Okay. Now we get to our action items tonight. Our first one is environmental restrictive covenant, and that is presented by April Billmaker.
Thank you.
That's great.
I want to get your haircut, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm gonna sashay up here, but I thought I'd better not. Greater Clark has been contacted by Aetna Group requesting an environmental restrictive covenant on behalf of the Indiana Department of Environmental Management, item relating to the former Ashland gas station, currently Papa John's, that sits directly across from the Mark Better Center. The bulk of the contamination, which was benzene, has been remediated to the satisfaction of item. However, limited groundwater concentrations remain both on-site and in monitored well MW13 off-site, which is the property owned by Greater Clark. It's right on the corner of our property, right across the street from it. To receive regulatory closure for the release, item has requested that the ERC be attached to the deed of the property where MW13 is located. The ERC would prohibit future extraction of groundwater from the area of the property where MW13 is located for potable use, industrial use, etc. This is probably not an issue for GCCS or any future property owner as water for any purpose will be delivered through Indiana American Water Pipeline Network. There's an attached photo, which you can see where it's actually on the property. So the superintendent recommends approval of the environmental restrictive covenant for land located at the Mark Center, Better Center for professional learning.
Thank you. Can I get a motion to approve the environmental restrictive covenant?
I move to accept the covenant.
Second.
I move to second.
Okay. Any discussion or comments on this?
I would like to, I did bring up some questions, and Dr. Dykle and April have worked through with that. The issue that I was concerned with was some language that indicated that we would not be able, whoever, us or a future owner would not be able to use the, any of the groundwater for any industrial purposes. And my concern was whether or not a geothermal field, closed with geothermal field, would be able to be installed in that, and if IDEM would have any issues with that. And Ms. Gilmaker determined that they did not, and so they responded back. So that was the only issue that I thought of. So we're good to go with that too. So.
Maybe, thank you for that clarification. I had no idea what it was, but the clarification makes sense. Thank you.
Chad,
Thank you, Chad.
Any more questions or comments? Okay. All those who approve the environmental restrictive covenant signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Thank you. The next item is the tax anticipation resolution and advertisement.
Yes, this is a little unusual for me. Normally, I just do one advertisement for the whole year, borrow one time, starting January 1st, or 2nd, or 3rd, whatever the first working day is, and then we pay all back December 31st. But because of our cash balance being so abnormally low, we are less than $4 million total cash in the corporation. Payroll's $2.5 million every 2 weeks. It was decided by myself to look to borrow some more money. So we're going to borrow, we're asking permission to borrow from the education fund, or for the education fund, $3,632,000, and for the operation fund, another $952,000. You can see the timeline. You adopted a warrant resolution tonight. We published the sale notice in the News and Tribune on the 11th and 18th. We received bids on the 22nd. We'll come back on July 23rd as an action item to award the bids, and then we will get our money on July 30th. So we're asking permission to borrow this money.
Okay, thank you. Can I get a motion to approve the subject tax anticipation resolution and advertisement.
I move that we authorize the resolution and advertisement for the notice of sale.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion or comments on this?
That, what we just voted on was not actually to borrow money.
Pardon me?
What we're getting ready to vote on is not really borrowing money.
You're authorizing the resolution and the advertisement.
Right.
Then it'll come back on
Right.
July 23rd, and you'll award it.
Any other comments, questions? All those in favor of the resolution and advertisement, tax anticipation, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Our next item is community eligibility provision, food service program.
Yes, Natalie had brought this to my attention that we can add 2 more schools to the CEP program. And one of the requirements is that you have to identify students with, that are direct certified, homeless students, migrant youth, runaway youth, Head Start, foster children. So you have to have a percentage of 40% or more. And these 2 schools combined have that 40%. So I won't read all of it because I've been told not to read everything that's on this sheet of paper, but somebody's going to write. So anyway, I would ask permission to add River Valley and Pleasant Ridge Elementary School to our community eligibility program. Joint venture schools. Natalie, that brings us up to
It will be 10 now because of the dissolution of Clark.
Oh, that's right. So we'll have 10 schools.
Okay, may I have a motion to add these schools to the CEP food service program?
I move to approve the application for the community eligibility provision for River Valley Middle School and Pleasant Ridge Elementary. Second.
Thank you. Any questions or comments?
I got a comment about food service though. That's a great article in the paper.
Thank you, April.
I'll forward that. Yes, great article about our summer feeding program.
We need more of those.
Yeah, we need more great articles, yeah. Thank you.
I have one, in case anybody in the community happens to have read this and is concerned that this is gonna cost us out of pocket anything. I received confirmation that we have enough because of the purchasing power, as I understand it, because of the purchasing power Aramark has, that this falls under the amounts that we have already coming in for budgeting for this. Is that accurate?
That's correct, and we're also able to group our schools together. So in doing so, that allows us to boost our reimbursement rate up for the amount of free kids versus the amount of paid kids. So we're working with the state right now, and that's why we reapplied for all of them, and so we could regroup them to get the highest reimbursement amount possible.
Great. I just wanted to make that clear, so in case anybody in the public had concerns, they now understand
That's correct.
the financial responsibility.
Any other questions or comments? All right, all those in favor of adding the 2 schools to the CEP food service program signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Thank you. Next, we have the fresh fruit and vegetable program, which I think is right behind me here. I got a delivery of fresh cabbage, so I think it's already here.
That's it for 10 grand.
That's it. That's right. $10,000, okay.
This is Amanda. Amanda was the one that applied for the grant, so all the accolades are perfect. The administration is requesting permission, can I read all of it now? Permission to enter into a 1-year agreement with the Indiana Department of Education, School and Food and Nutrition Division to provide fresh fruit and vegetables to Spring Hill and Maple Elementary Schools. Spring Hill Elementary is awarded $10,175, Maple Elementary is awarded $10,010. So Mrs. Geltmaker has reviewed it and the contract. So the superintendent recommends approval of the school food service authority agreement for Greater Clark to participate in the fresh fruit and vegetable program at Spring Hill and Maple Elementary Schools.
Thank you, Dr. Bauer. Can I have a motion to approve the fresh fruit and vegetable program for Spring Hill Maple?
Madam Vice President, I would like to move that we approve the agreement for Greater Clark County Schools to participate in the fresh fruit and vegetable program at Spring Hill and Maple.
Second. Thank you. Any discussion or questions? I have one that I thought of as I was looking at this. The grant, is the grant for 1 year? Okay. And will that, if that grant is available again, would, as far as the requirements go, would it be possible to apply for that grant when the students move into the new downtown school?
Yes.
Great. Okay.
And we've been on this program, well, since Aramark came, but I think maybe even 1 year prior to us being here. So,
Thank you. Anything else?
I don't think our public knows that if you go into our schools, there's always a fresh fruit bar and fresh vegetables, and the kids can help themselves. They just tell them, just make sure you eat what you take, and that's amazing that you can do that. We appreciate it.
Any other discussion or questions? All those in favor of the agreement for Greater Clark to participate in the fresh fruit and vegetable program at Spring Hill and Maple, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Next item up is the bus route bid award. Mr. Chad Shank.
Good evening, Board. Okay, next up, we have something that you all approved for us to advertise on June 4th. We advertised for a total of 6 bus routes in the Charlestown area, one being the Prosser shuttle that we included in Washington, and Charlestown students being shuttled to Prosser. Those were advertised on June 7th and June 13th, and we opened those bids and negotiated those bids on June 24th. Before you, we have acceptance of the contracts that were bid, with the exception of 16C. We did not have anyone bid on Route 16C, so it will remain a corporation bus route. What we're asking for tonight is approval of those contracted routes as it has been presented. But what we'd like to do is have a motion that will omit out of the bidder's package, this is included in the advertisement, the number 15 in that route specification. So we'd ask for a motion to omit number 15. The language in item number 15 speaks to whether the school corporation would increase or decrease based on a per mileage addendum process. We don't decrease routes, so we'd like to omit that language.
Thank you. Can I have a motion to approve the bus route bid award contracts, omitting the language in number 15 in the original bid package?
Vice President, I'll move to approve the contracted bus route 6C, 14C, 16C, Prosser Shuttle, and additional routes 4C and 8C in Charlestown for a 1-year term, with the omission of item number 15 in the 2019-20 contract
Bid
bid
specifications. Yes,
specification.
ma'am.
You mentioned 16C, right?
It's in the, sorry,
Okay, we don't need
should we take that out? Minus 16C.
Second.
Thank you. Any questions or discussion, comments?
I'd like to state that several people in the board here work together to help try to work through the concerns that the contractors had. They brought it to the board, and we were able to work through that and come to a resolution that satisfied them, and they're very appreciative and grateful for that. And we want them to know that we do want to work with them consistently, because they are consistent. I mean, they are an important part of our organization. it's difficult to find enough bus drivers from what I
Yes, sir.
understand. Or corporate drivers, so these folks are really important, and we're working to do everything we can to help maintain a good relationship and a win-win situation for everybody.
I'd like to thank Mr. Schenck, Dr. Dykel, and everybody on the board as we went back and forth and figured this out and made sure that we had everything correct for them.
Agreed.
I have one comment. In the future, if there's any changes to a contract or additions, we need to see that in advance to make sure there's not a lot of controversy on this issue, okay?
Any other comments or questions? All right, I'd like to have a motion to approve the bus route Fiddlewood. We did that. We did that. Okay, you guys can move along. I just did that for you. Thank you. Sorry about that. Okay, those who approve the contract minus removing the language in number 15 and minus bus 16C, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed?
Madam Vice President, I had one other question I forgot to ask you. The 16C, was that, did we not receive a bid on that because the driver contractor just pulled out and is no longer contracting, or do we know why?
I really don't know why. Larry Blackwell had kind of shared a little bit of insight that if we wanted to, he thought there may be a couple that we wanted to re-advertise that and put that out for bid. We'd have to do that pretty quickly to get that, around and ready for the start of school, but we just didn't receive any sealed bids at all.
Somebody had asked me about it, and I said, I don't really understand.
And unfortunately, the bidders that were present on the 24th, we couldn't go and say we need one now, knowing how the bids have run, when anyone like to throw their name in the ring for 16Cs, just doesn't work that way.
Seeing that he opened the question, I'd like to ask, is possibility of any consolidation as you review that, of that route 16C? Or is it all-
Talking with our routing specialist, Daniel Waters and Larry Romero, I don't believe so. We'll look at it and see, but at this point, I know it's a corporation driver. We have 3 from those routes that have been now put out into independent hands, so we feel comfortable we've got that route covered. But as far as consolidation, I don't believe so.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Next, we have a resolution to transfer funds.
Yes, one of the things that we have to do starting in 2019 is all the money comes in from state tuition support to the education fund. And then there are certain account numbers that are now moved out of the education fund into the operation fund, and they have to transfer that money periodically. So any transfers that we make have to come before the board, just like for the rainy day fund. Any money going in, any money going out has to be approved by the board. So the administration is requesting that we attach a resolution to transfer $1,378,000, excuse me, from the education fund to the operation fund for those expenditures that are to be paid by the operation fund. So we're requesting approval for this $1,378 transfer.
Thank you.
This is the second one.
Thank you, Dr. Dykel. Can I have a motion for resolution to transfer funds?
Madam Chair, I move to approve the resolution to transfer funds.
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion or questions?
Will it ever go away? No. I'm kidding.
All right. Those who approve the resolution to transfer funds signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those who oppose? Next, we have the approval of the Coca-Cola addendum.
Yes, back on April 16th, 2013, the board awarded a 4-year contract to Coca-Cola with an option of another 4 years. The contract was effective July 1, 2013. Based on the original contract, Coca-Cola was allowed to increase prices annually up to 5%. In addendum 1, it changed the annual increases of not to exceed 3.5%, and now in the second addendum, there'll be no increase for the first year, and they can charge up to 3.5% for the second year. So this will be another 2-year addendum. This will be the last addendum they get. So 2 years from now, we'll have to publicly bid it and see if we stay as a Coca-Cola corporation or if we go to Pepsi or whoever else. We're asking permission to approve the second addendum for no annual increase in the first year and not to exceed 3.5% in year 2.
Okay, thank you. Can I have a motion to approve the Coca-Cola addendum? Two. May I have a second?
Second.
Thank you. Any questions or discussion?
How frequently is it, that's a 5-year contract?
It was a 4-year contract with a 4-year renewal, which are 2-year addendums.
And we don't split, like, do we split the money with them 50/50? How is that, just out of curiosity? Because other than we.
I haven't looked at it for a while, but we get a percentage. Coke goes ahead and does all the receiving of the money. They fill the machines and then they cut a check
Right.
to the schools.
Right.
How much we get per bottle, it's based on the size of the bottle, the can. If it's a nutritional drink, you know, basically we've gotten away from all the sugary drinks that
Right.
we're supposed to. Then they also give us cash or give us Coke items for the high
Right.
schools, for the athletic team. So, you know, there's other things involved that we give them too.
I see. I just remember when it started years ago. I was just curious. I'm sorry.
I can look it up and send it.
That's
to
good.
board meeting.
I'd like to know when you have time. I know you're a busy man.
Any other questions or comments? All those in favor of approving the final 2-year Coca-Cola addendum, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? All right, next up, we have the authorization to renew property, casualty, auto, umbrella, and cyber liability insurances.
Yes, our property and casualty insurance expired on July 1st, 2019, so we have a binder carrying us over until this gets approved. But coverage was not lost due to our discussion of our renewal package. Insured partners asked for quotes for our insurance coverage from Hanover, WRM, Chubb Insurance Companies, as well as Liberty Mutual, which is our existing insurance coverage. However, WRM and Chubb companies declined to quote, stating they all declined to quote due to our claims history. Therefore, we have to stay with our current insurance company, Liberty Mutual, at a quote of $798,569. This is a $58,078 increase over last year's premium. The lines, the individual lines, the package is 537, which is 537,168, which is property, inland marine, crime, and general liability. That's an increase of 36,683 due to property value increases and claims from various projects and lawsuits that we have. Commercial auto is 207,471, which is an increase of 17,472. That's due to more buses being added and several bus accidents that we had last year. The umbrella, 43,054, is an increase of 4,394. Cyber liability, which is something we added a couple of years ago in case somebody gets into our payroll system and wreaks havoc in there. That's $10,876, so that was a decrease of $471. So I'm still asking for additional quotes. This is going to be payable over 10 months, so it's not the full $798,000. That would take too big of a chunk of my cash balance out and trying to protect that. So we're doing it 10 months of $79,806 per month. But I asked for a quote from German American because I knew this was going to come in high. German American now has insurance. Fifth Third Bank is another one that has insurance company. And then I'm asking for a quote from the American Insurance Company, and we'll see what that comes in at. And then I'm also looking at an insurance consortium that has the state of Indiana. There's probably 70, 80 school boards in that. Bartholomew Corporation, School Corporation is in that one, and they estimates that they saved over $200,000 by joining our consortium. But you have to be invited based on our claims history. We may not get that invitation. So I'm pulling all straws that I can to look at different companies. So we'll see if we may end up staying with this company. I may come back later and cancel the remaining contract and go to a different one.
Thank you. Can I have a motion to approve the property casualty auto umbrella and cyber liability renewal package with Assured Partners at the price of $798.69?
Madam Vice President, I move that we approve the property casualty auto umbrella and cyber liability renewal package with Assured Partners at the price of $798,569.
Second? Any questions or discussion on this?
I have a comment. Excuse me. Most of the commercial I see on Liberty say they forgive, so probably they didn't forgive us.
I think it's accident forgiveness, so apparently.
Well, he spoke specifically to Karen, and he was reiterating that.
If, and I realize it may not be available right at the moment, I don't expect it is, but is there a possibility that, as board members, we might be able to get some further information about the reasons that they, the specific items that they question?
That would be in an executive session.
I'm sorry.
In an executive session, we could have discussion around that.
Well, I was just wanting to be able to see what they were too, and then we can discuss that too.
Thank you. Any other questions or discussion?
I just had two quick questions, Tom, just clarification if you don't mind. On the sheet in board docs, it said pending lawsuit, but you said lawsuits. Is it plural? Okay. And is it mostly property, mostly general liability, or is it a mix?
General liability.
Okay, thank you.
I can go up more executive session.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any other questions or comments? All right. All those who recommend approval of the property casualty auto umbrella and cyber liability renewal package with Assured Partners, signify by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed? And our next item is authorization to declare surplus computer equipment.
Yes, we have an attachment that shows all of the different computers that we're looking to declare as surplus. We send them to CNI Electronics in Evansville so that all the hard drives can be wiped clean. We get a certificate that shows that they've been wiped clean. There will be no cost to Greater Clark to dispose of this equipment. We've been sending all of our computer equipment to CNI at no cost, and they send back the certificate showing that the hard drives are wiped clean. We're happy with their work, and we'd like to continue this process. So we're asking permission to dispose of all those computers and send them to CNI Electronics.
Okay, thank you. May I have a motion to approve the attached list of surplus equipment, send them to CNI in Evansville to have the hard drives cleaned?
Madam Vice President, I would like to move that we approve of the attached list of surplus equipment and sending it to CNI Electronics and it's going to have them.
Excuse me, second.
Thank you. Any questions or discussion on that?
We had discussed in a prior board meeting, I was just curious as to, and I know it was taxpayer money I was purchased, so I was just curious as to, would there be any way that for households that do not have home computers, is there any way that we could get those in the hands of people that might suffer in that regard?
These are so old that a lot of them, they wouldn't even operate anymore. You wouldn't be able to find software that would bid on the platform. Anything else?
What we're talking about here is really those obsolete computer systems that.
Upwards of 10 years old.
Programs on.
So there, yeah. Huh, well, then that answers all that.
They make good first time.
No, I know, but I just thought, you know, some computer, if it was, you know, I don't know, worth a try. Sorry,
I use mine as a door stop in my office.
I did. Well, if they still plays Pong or something cool like that. I remember that. So, yeah, everybody's looking at me.
Well, really some nifty magnets in the hard drive.
Makes my phone look good, doesn't it?
Yeah. No.
Any other questions or discussion? All those in favor of approving the attached list of surplus equipment, sending them to C&I Electronics for the hard drives cleaned, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? All right, our next item is 2019, 2020 book rental fees. Melissa Ballard.
Good evening, Board. Tonight, I'd like to present to you the 2019-20 book rental and course fees for approval. Each year, we resubmit those for the elementary and secondary schools. Due to changes in the state test this year, we did not adopt a new reading series at the elementary level. We did see a decrease in book fees there. We did see a couple of slight increases with our technology fee with our Chromebook refresh that we're getting ready to implement. And then also the sum of our elective courses at the high school area.
All right, wow.
I'm sure it's.
I know. Okay, can I have a motion to approve the elementary and secondary book rental and fees for the 2019-2020 school year?
Madam Vice President, I move that we approve the elementary and secondary book rental fees for the 19-20 school year.
May I have a second?
A second.
Thank you. Any discussion or questions?
Thank you for that clarification on the, I understand that, I asked Melissa what the average book rental fee would be for a middle school and high school student who provided the elementary, and I understand that's easy.
Right.
And middle school, you know, they could be taking band or they could be taking a different elective and it would change. But that gave me some idea and I appreciate that. And in high school, of course, there's lots of different combinations there, but, thank you.
Any other questions or discussion? Okay, all those in favor of approving the elementary and secondary book rental and fees for the 2019-20 school year, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Okay, thank you. And, oh, you're still
We're
there.
still here.
And our final action item is the STAA loan application.
Okay, so my second item this evening is that the Office of School Finance allows for school technology advancement account applications for the fall of 2019. Per Indiana code, there are $5 million that are allotted for the STAA loans. Those loans are used by school corporations to purchase computer hardware and software that are outside of their normal budget scope in order to implement that into the instruction and development of innovative technology programs. Using their formula, we are asking for approval to submit our application for $207,000. That would allow for the purchase of our Unified Classroom Assessment and Analytics software, as well as Learning.com, which is a technology-based software that allows for typing skills and some other digital citizenship type curriculum, as well as continued refresh of active panels throughout the classrooms within the district.
Thank you. Can I have a motion to approve the application for the STAA loan not to exceed $207,000?
Move to approve the application for the STAA loan.
Vice President, I second.
Thank you. Any questions or discussion?
What's the payback long period, or when do we have to actually start paying that money back?
5 years, 1% interest.
Any other questions or discussion? All those in favor of applying for the STAA loan, not to exceed $207,000, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Okay. All right. Thank you, Ms. Bauer. Any reports, requests, board comments? Ms. Gilkey?
No, ma'am.
Ms. Burke?
I'd like to congratulate all of our new administrators and administrators that have moved around. I think we have a very strong team, and I look forward to your leadership. And the other thing I'd like to say is a happy belated birthday to Bill Hawkins. His birthday was yesterday. How old are you, Bill? Oh, never mind.
I'm a guy.
How rude.
I'm 65.
How rude of me.
I'm 65.
Social Security.
Happy birthday, Bill.
Yeah, I'm still younger than a couple of you.
That is rude. That
I didn't say it.
is rude. Well, we all know who you are. And it's very rude.
Mr. Hawkins? Mr. Buckle?
I would like to say thank you very much to you, Madam Vice President, for driving this bus. If I can, Chad, that's right, if I bring buses back.
Does she have a license?
Yeah, well, we're gonna get her one. She struggles backing up, and she drives a Prius, but nonetheless, she can probably handle it. But the small one, with it, 64 feet, that's no, not the big city.
She can get 2 kids in the Prius.
No, but I thank you for, I know it's a lot of work, and it is, as a first-year board member, I know it's knowing, what our senior board members know. It's a tough gig, so thank you.
First off, Bill, with your comment, I'm not wishing you a happy birthday. I would like to echo to the new administrators and also to our present administrators. We look forward to a good year. I will make a correction with Mr. Buckwalter, 64 passenger bus is not 64 feet long.
You know what? That's why you're the bus dude. You could correct.
Plus, I was told to be great, so I'm great this evening. I'll take care of Tom at the next meeting.
Welcome to our new assistant principals, director of special education. So, thank you all for being willing to serve and for making that commitment with great pride. Really appreciate it. Mr. Walker?
I want to thank Melissa Bauer, Dr. Hartledge, and all of our treasurers that worked on textbook rental fees, the technology fee. If you've ever dealt with that, it's not an easy thing to deal with. I mean, they spend a lot of time trying to get it right. And I think we're pretty close to getting it right. So we'll keep working on that. And I want to thank them. And also, once again, welcome, all the new administrators on board. I'm excited. I think, the people we've hired are very talented and they care about Greater Clark and want to see Greater Clark be successful. So I'm excited about working with them. Look forward to getting the school year going. Congratulations.
All right, we come to adjournment. Can I have a motion?
Move to adjourn.
Second. Any comment on that? All those in favor of adjourning, please signify by saying aye. Thank you very much.